The immediate success of THPS was overwhelming. Everything changed. People would come up to me and talk about Tony Hawk. Not about me, but about this product that they play. There was a huge new interest in skateboarding, and that all came from the Pro Skater series. I never imagined that our game was actually going to influence real life skating. You can do crazy combinations and link tricks, and that sparked something in the new generation of skaters that these things are really possible. It's exciting to introduce the game to a whole new generation in the best way. It's something I never expected. I can't believe how far we took it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is back.
Skateboarding is so special. It's the feeling you get that you can't put to words. Skateboarding is always kind of rogue. It doesn't have a long history. And now that skateboarding's been around for a while, and the people, I guess you can say, who did things right in a sense, it has a sense of history. And the way Tony picked everyone and the excellence of the games, it's so representative of this is our history. It has an important place in skateboarding.
Never in a million years would I have imagined I was gonna be a video game character. I think the games, they influence my life in general. This game did so much for not only myself, but the skateboarding industry on a whole, introducing skateboarding to the masses. And to this day, I mean, people come up to me and they're like, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I picked you, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have started skateboarding. So this game culturally developed a generation. I look forward to see what the impact and response to this game coming back is. I know I'm excited about it.
My name is Alyssa Steamer, and I'm a skateboarder. To see myself in the first game was kind of surreal. I think this game got a lot of people into skateboarding. The revival of it is important, and maybe it'll get a whole nother slew of people skateboarding. I absolutely think that skateboarding makes you capable. It's like something I've done every day for the last 30-something years, so. I mean, everything I learned in life, I learned through skateboarding, really.
Half the battle of trying a trick that you've never done is visualizing yourself doing it. There's things that I was able to do in real life because I was able to see a character do it. That's pretty helpful. You can actually have that mental picture. I mean, the game returning is, I think, way overdue. It was a big part of helping people that do not skate understand skateboarding. What was cool is that people got it that didn't do it. For people that do play the game, I want them to have a better understanding of it and hopefully start actually doing it and not just playing it.
Skateboarding's amazing. I want to go faster, I want to go farther, higher, all of that. That feeling, that's the feeling that I want. That's what the first game did for us all. The Tony Hawk Pro Skater video games just did a lot for skateboarding. It lets people know how rad skateboarding is. And hopefully a whole new generation of kids that are getting into skating might get the same experience that we got when the game first came out.
The video game was the introduction to skateboarding to millions of people. To be able to have something where two worlds meet, where you love skateboarding and you like video games, like now you can have them both again. For it to have a return with adding new guys, it'll just be one more way for a new generation to nerd out on skateboarding.
The game was everything. To me, it was like that next plateau of skateboarding. It's truly insane. It took me to a whole nother level. Now I can start thinking of tricks because it's like, oh, I never thought about that. Well, this is Kareem Campbell, and you know, if you haven't played Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get ready for 1 and 2. We back.
as a 20-year-old game. So when we're talking new generation, they weren't even born. But whether they know it or not, it influenced them more than they would even imagine. I think the game influenced skateboarding. The ideas that you got are kind of far-fetched, and the tricks in the game are just wild, so I hope to do video game tricks in life. It's great to see it being remastered so that the new generation can get that feel that we had back then, you know?
ゲームのキャラっていうのはなんかすごい自分でも信じられないんですけど、まあなんかいい機会になるのかなっていう風に、いい経験になるのかなっていう風には思ってます。まあ、スケートボードあんまり知らない人たちに伝えたいメッセージは、まあ、スケートボード知らなくてもそのゲームをすれば、まあ、なんとなくスケートボードの楽しさが分かると思うし、そのゲームをプレイして、まあ、実際にスケートボードに乗ってみたいっていう風に思ってもらえたらなっていう風に個人的に思います。
Even if I tried to stop skating, I don't think I could. It's just like an adventure every time you go out. I think my dad is the reason skateboarding is as big as it is now, and I think it's because of these video games, especially when he brought home tests of the first game. I would just sit there and play it forever and never would have imagined it would turn into what it did. I think the craziest part is seeing how it's actually made, because when you're a kid you just think a company snaps their fingers and there's a video game, but all the behind the scenes stuff is pretty insane to see. Pretty stoked that I get to be a part of it and that people would allow me to come and do all this stuff just to have my face in the game.
When I started skating, like growing up, I don't think you ever assume that you'll be a part of something like this. I just like want to take it all in. This game remains true to skateboarding culture. If it's something that entertains you and then you find that you might like to try skateboarding and it's your stepping stone into it, I think that's cool. Drop in and play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
It feels good. I'm stoked to be back in the game. It's an interesting way to bring back some nostalgia in skateboarding, and these games were a big part of what happened in skateboarding. I know most of the guys have put out their fair share of amazing skateboarding that if you look at it today, it still would be groundbreaking stuff. To the new generation of skateboarders, hopefully it'll mean that they will get schooled in a way on skateboarding.
Like skateboarding is my life. And the game was just another extra thing for me to always have skateboarding on my mind. I would like the game to motivate kids to want to go get a board and learn how to skate. I feel like everyone's missed the game, you know? It's been a while now. I think it's about time we bring it back.
When the first game came out, I was very interested in it. Fast forward years down the road, I see kids doing the exact same tricks that we were doing with our fingers and thumbs on skateboards. To be in the new video game is very flattering, and I just went out there and just did a bunch of expressions, crazy lights. That was pretty odd. It just opens eyes of new possibilities of what can be done on skateboard and introducing skateboarding for the next generation.
I grew up with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We would play that before we'd go skating. You know, it's like 20 years later, it's really cool that they're showcasing a variety of different skateboarders. You know, like Aori is going to be in it, Leticia, so like highlighting women. And me as like a queer skater, I think is really important to like show visibility for that, while also having the original skaters. Like that overlap, I think is like very cool. I feel really humbled that Tony Hawk would have me in his video game. It's like such a huge honor. I can't believe this is actually happening. I feel like life goals achieved.
Well, it's kind of rejuvenating to come back after all these years. I'm welcoming it with open arms. You know, it brought people to our culture more, you know, it just showed the different musics, the different graphics. It kind of brought them into our world a little bit. I love my character. I made sure that my character was perfect to the T. I just kind of played around on what was there. It feels pretty cool. I'm now immortalized, thanks to the game.
I grew up playing the Tony Hawk video game, and now I get to be in the game. It's just amazing. When I started skating, I didn't know the tricks. And then I started playing the video game, and I learned the name of the tricks, and then I wanted to go out and try on my skateboard. It was just crazy because I was so good at the game, but not in real life. People that never skated before, they're gonna play the game and then they're gonna want to skate. I just want the game to show how skateboarding really is.